Okay, back out here today. I didn't do much yesterday. Well, I did drill and tap these bottom holes, but I didn't film it. I was only out here for a little while. I probably should have, but and I test bolted those so I can measure it. I think once that's painted, and it's going to come up nice. Going in first thing tomorrow to order the glass for it, because I know what size I need now. So I don't know if I'll get enough video today, but I'll do some and upload it tomorrow. I'm going to start, rather than upload, well, I'll probably upload a video every day, but I'm going to schedule them to release every second day. It's just, I just don't want people to get sick of me fucking videos. So, not that I've got that many people that subscribe, but it'll just be easy to release them every second day. So, I'm not sure what I'm going to do this. I'm going to take these off first, get rid of those and put them out of the way so they won't get damaged. Then I may turn it over and start doing the base. Either that or start cleaning it up. I think I might start doing the base first, because once I've done with the base, they're going to fully clean it, take it off, give it another degrease. I'm not going to hone those. Oh yeah, I might hone those. And then dry hone them after I've degreased them, because I don't want any oil near them, near it, because I don't want to get oil on where I've got to paint. So I don't use CRC or WD-40 or something like that to lubricate it, but I'll just give them a dry hone to polish them back up again, because they'll rust like that in minutes. But that's only sort of very minor surface that comes off fairly easily. So, because they were nice and clean and shiny when I degrease it. See, look, I'm rubbing it off with my finger. So, but I'll give those a hone. So once I've got the base done, give it a hone, degrease it, they'll be ready to paint. So, yeah, stay tuned. All right. Cleaned up a little bit, hid me powder coater, found another mount for me GoPro so it's easy to move it around, and I brought this stuff in from outside, a sump and a bit of MDF. But all I'm going to do for now is I'm going to go around and mark all the holes and then trace that out, and then I'll cut that off, drill the holes, just find a couple of bolts and bolt it down to the base, and then mark around it to trim it properly. And that'll be the base done. All I've got to do then is, well, obviously it's not done, I've got to sand it, I've got to bolt the lighting to it, I've got to drill the holes, I've got to get relief for the feet, and I'm still trying to work out, oh yeah, I see them. Couldn't remember where I put the fucking feet for it. So, I mean, you can be a little bit flexible with these, but I was going to go and get new bolts, but they're not very expensive. But I just clean the bolts that go in here on the wire wheel and paint them black. You're not going to see them underneath the table, so. If you ever want good marking pens, go out and get some Milwaukee pens, because I tell you, they're fucking brilliant. When I bought them the first time, Scott said to me, he said, these things will write on dirt, and they pretty much will. Where you get your proper textures and your Sharpies and all that good brand stuff will not even come close to writing on some of the stuff that this will. They're fucking brilliant. They cost a little bit more, obviously, but you don't mind paying more to go and do the job. I don't have to fight for the fucking textures to get them to bloody work. Just realised, camera's not square, there we go. Not that it really matters too much, but, and there we go. there's the base. So I'm going to get my jigsaw now and cut that out. There we go. I have to trim that down a little, obviously, because I don't need that piece at the front, which is fine. And I won't need to drill those two holes or those two holes. The rest should be okay. Actually, I think I can bolt that down and then trim it with the black wheel on the grinder. There you go, like that. And that's going to be sturdy as hell. So, just let me, there's the lights. Warm white LEDs. Now I'll unbolt that, obviously flip it over and see if I've got, actually, yes, that comes with clips to clip it in, so I'll screw the clips to that and clip them on and run it so that that is at the back, so that way Amit can either have it run by batteries or it's even got a USB cable there, plug in a USB adapter and plug it in, so you've got the best of both worlds. You can have a battery operated or USB. So I think that's about all I'm going to do with this day. It's Sunday, you know, like, I'm going to take it easy. Spend the last day with my wife before she goes back to work. She's not looking forward to it, but then again, who would? Yeah. So that's the progress. A little bit done today, that's good. At least I'll get something done. Tomorrow, I will get these mounted, I will get the lights fitted, and I will get these done. that much I will do tomorrow. Okay, Monday morning, I'm going to get into this. I was going to have a big clean up out here today, but I think what I'm going to do is get this to the stage where it's ready to go out and be degreased. And once I get it out of here, I'm going to go through this place and vacuum it. There's dust and shit everywhere from that powder coating. Once I finish this project, I was thinking last night I'm going to build myself a little powder coating cabinet that I can put a paper filter or something like that in it, and an exhaust fan on the back. It doesn't matter where I blow the air to because it'll be catching all the dust in the filter. So I'm going to buy myself a fan similar to that, just a little 8-inch fan, and get me a sheet. I've got a little folder up there. I should be able to fold something up and make a cabinet because there's just the dust is everywhere. It's on everything. It's fucking covered in it. So, but I'm going to get this finished first. So I'm going to work on that now. Just give me a second. I'm going to take that base off. Or actually, I might sort these first. Just the holes where I'm bolting them down, because I'm going to have to take these off and re-drill the base because those holes aren't anywhere big enough, and we'll go from there. I'll bring you back when I'm done. Right, I've got these drilled and tapped to the extra holes. This one, look, you see it's warped. That's where I spotted it through the bracket. The drill just fucking walks sideways. Fuck if I know what it is, but I'll sort it. I'll get it right. But it's just a pain in the fucking ass, what it is. So now we've got this. So I'm going to put you in the stand. That's upside down, so that's got to go that way. But to mount the lights, I'm going to put it that way for now. So let me turn this off. I'll put you in the stand or put you somewhere, and we'll see what we can do. Lovely. Now I'm going to clean this up, which I probably should have done before I glued everything onto the fucking thing, but I'm just going to get my little router and just go around the edge. Just a real little chamfer to clean it up. I'll bring you back when I'm finished. So, prepare for some noise. It's much prettier, isn't it? That was probably the best little thing I ever bought, was that fucking router. Well, it's a trimmer. It calls itself a trimmer, but you know, like, you can do that sort of shit with it. That looks a lot neater. So what I'll probably do is sand it, sand the edges, and just give it one quick coat of black, because that's going to end up being black, probably matte black, and I have matte black there. Give it a quick hit of matte, and I'll take these holes out properly where I spotted the whatsies, and these ones where I drilled through, and they need to be cleaned up. Righto, that's done. I just got to wait now. Turn it over and painted a pale colour. I don't think I've got any white, but I've got really pale blue, just to help reflect light. So that's that. Righto, let me get this down now. I'm going to put you on time warp for this because I'm going to start cleaning wire brush. Cleaning that, I'm going to do as much as I can with that, and then I'll put little wire brushes in the drill to get in all the nooks and crannies, and add a wire brush by hand, so it's going to be a long process. So I'll put you on time warp, make it easier. Listen to some music. Give that a quick going over. It's a lot cleaner. This side was a bit easier than the other side, but so still a little bit. Particularly in here, these are really hard to get out. So I use the wire wheels. That's what I did with the other block. So little wire brushes that go in the drill. Finish cleaning that. But I think what I'm going to do before I go any further is I'm going to do those bits for the bottom. So I'm going to turn it back over now. Start cutting out those little bits for the bottom. So I'll get that knocked out of the road. That paint shouldn't dry out there shortly anyway, so I've still got a hit in here. That's not too bad. I'll just do that maybe with a wire brush when I get some more degreaser. Hit up the top there with the drill from the brush. And these is probably, I don't know, probably 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours just with the wire brush on the drill. At least you've got to keep stopping because the drill will overheat otherwise. A little burnt like we looked at last time. So. But we'll get there, we'll get in there. That's what I like to see. I'll bring you back soon. Okay, now I clamped that on the end there and traced around it with a fine point Sharpie, and it's fucked. Brand new. So people rave about Sharpie brand fucking textures, they're useless. I said you can't go past the Milwaukee ones. Just the Milwaukee one for me was a little bit too thick. I needed something fine. I should have gone and got a fucking ball, like a pen. Anyway, it's marked, that's like I can see it. So if I just finish it to the outside of that line, that should fit in fucking nicely. As soon as I get it to fit in there, then I'm going to try it up that end. And if it fits, then I'll just mark another one and do a second one. Otherwise, I have to work something else out. Maybe if I cut a piece and clamp it on the inside and trace it from there, so that'll be the other way. But let me clear some shit out of the road over here on this bench. It's funny, it's gone from a welding bench to a workshop bench. It's done anything but welding on that. I don't think I've welded anything on it. So we'll move some of that shit out of the road and I'll cut this up. I'll bring you back when I'm done. that. I cut that out, sanded it, fits nice. It's got sandy edges of it obviously, but it doesn't quite fit in the back. It will, but I just got to make it the same width. Putting the camera up where you can fucking see the width of those shoulders that you see there. So I'm going to use that to trace another one and then fit it. And you should be ready to party. Just this one, because I marked this one, it's got to go the way it was drawn. So that shows you that these blocks must be just fucking out of whack. Because see, that won't go in if you turn it around, if you flip it. You flip it that way, it won't go in. But if you turn it the way that I traced it, it goes straight in. Hey, how good is that? Good old English fucking technology, eh? Then I've just got to trim a little bit off the top of that. Just so when I put the top on, then I can glue it. So, I'll do the other one and I'll bring you back when it's finished. Right, there's the back one, fitted. Front and back done. I can't do much because you see it's a shitty fucking day here today. That paint is taking forever to dry. So I'm just going to leave it here all day because I don't want to put finger marks on it. Cloudy, miserable fucking day. So I may go ahead and try and clean this out a bit more. Put these away so they don't get trampled on or lost, which is usually the case with me. And I'll see if I can clean this up a little bit more. Yeah, that'll clean up a bit more because honestly all I can do now is clean this up, take it out and degrease it. Bring it back in and start to look to finishing it. So I'll get my shit out and I'll probably put you on time warp again because, you know, it's boring as fuck. And I need to plug this camera into the charger. So stay tuned. Right, I've given both sides a fair scrub. They've come up pretty good, but sometimes it's hard to tell. But what I'll do is when I take it out to degrease it, I'm going to give it another acid wash because the acid wash will pick up what's left because it's all been, well, what's still there has been loosened somewhat, and the acid bath should get rid of it. Plus it's really, really hard to get into there. As long as I get that clean enough so the paint will stick to it, that's right up underneath, you're not going to see that. I still like to get it out, I don't like bits of paint fall out of it. So give that a wipe, or a paper towel. Yeah, it's going to have a little bit of shoulder in it from the piston rings, but if I give it a bit more as we're going over, don't know if I can put any more pressure on that. I don't think I can. No. It's got full pressure on it. But that's alright, we'll just give it a little bit more. So I'm not going to go too crazy because I'll be here for a week. dark mark there. You can barely, you can't even feel that, so a little bit more honing. I think that might sort of almost come out, but you're not going to see much of it anyway. So it'll be nice and shiny and clear coated. So I'm just going to go through now and quickly do the others. So I've got to do all this bit now. I'm going to dry hone them once I've degreased it to get the surface stuff out. Let's have a look, shall we? Good on. Alright. See, there's a little bit there, but you know, I can hone it a little bit more, which I probably will anyway. But yeah, using a second-hand engine, you know, the impossible I can manage after a while, but miracles take just a bit longer. So we'll see how we go. I might be able to get the little flapper oil, the internal one, and just run it around there and then run the hone back through it. I think that'll get rid of it, because that'll cover it. It'll come up shiny, it'll come up silver, and you won't see it. So that's what I will do. I'll do that just prior to rehoning it when I've finished degreasing. So I will degrease that tomorrow. Because I need to get up on its end so I can clean this end, and I need to wire brush the inside and the back end there. So tomorrow I shall lift it off the engine stand it up, clean both ends, take it out, degrease, acid wash, and then bring it back in. It should be ready to clean again fully and get ready to paint. I'll prime it, but I'm going to take it real easy. Sometimes I tend to rush it, but I'm going to use flat white. So I've got to go buy the red paint on too. I've got some here, but it's not going to be anywhere near enough. The problem I did have, I meant to mention before, when I did these holes, these ones are fine, but when it came to doing the hole for this side, there wasn't enough there to drill. So what I've done is I've rotary burred that out, so when you bolt that in, it's a tight fit, and it'll stop it from pulling, because all your strength you need is the top anyway, because that's where all your pressure's going down. So that'll stop it turning side to side. So I'll clean those out with the rotary burr as well. Same with this side, as I said, it's nothing else I can do. You know, the only way I can do it is move the rods in. Then you've got to drill more holes. And then you risk, you know, your rods only need to be out a fucking 15th of an inch, and your glass is not going to sit flat. It's got to rock. So I'd rather get it spot on and do it that way. It'll be exact. And but it'll hold. It's fine. It's more than strong enough. More than strong enough, because these are the top points where all your holding is. These are just to hold to stop it from fucking swinging backwards and forwards. So that'll be fine. And when I paint, I'm going to put bolts in these holes. Oh well, don't need to put a bolt in there, but in the threaded holes, and spray paint in. That's why I'm not going to mask the top. I'm going to mask this. These like just a bit of tape to stop the paint up top, because I'll probably run a dry hone through it once it's done. Because you know, once it's painted, then I'm going to go over the top and sand all this off, all the flat bits. Get the sander on there and sand them silver. And when it's all finished, then I'll clear coat it. So yeah. So thanks for hanging around. And like I said, I'm gonna release this video today, but whatever work I do tomorrow will be released on Wednesday, and vice versa. So every second day there'll be a video released. This one today is yesterday's and today's. So yeah, that's it. Stay safe. Talk to you tomorrow. Peace.